good hug. I'm so excited to see you. And can I just tell you that hug?
You always give good hugs, too.
I do.
Every time we say hello, we don't just go by and we do a little more than a high five. We always get a good hug.
Always. I
Yes.
mean, we have known each other. When we first met, I just found out that it's a very round number. It's 30 years.
No. When did that happen?
I don't know.
I'm talking, I saw Whoopi the other day.
You did?
Yeah, 30 years. I'm like, 30 years?
Did you do The View?
Yeah.
I love that you always do that show too, because you get right in there with those ladies. And but Whoopi, I mean, we did this film together called Boys on the Side. Look at you. Look at us.
Oh my gosh. That was just the other day. Look at that.
Well, the great Herbert Ross, who is a director, a very famous, renowned director. He has since passed, but I'll never forget him saying, "Wait until you see this man. Wait until you see this person that is going to be in this movie. Our movie is going to be so much better for it. He's going to be the biggest star. His name is Matthew McConaughey." And it's like, Herbert knew. He really knew.
We're still in the business. We're still here. We are still here. Yeah, that was a major, major role for me. I had done Dazed Confused.
With Richard Linklater.
Yeah. And I just finished, I think, on Angels in the Outfield, which was a Disney movie, right?
Yes, baseball.
But this was a major, major get for me, and there were quite a few callbacks, and then finally I got it, and I was like, and we were in Arizona.
That's right. I remember also you were big, when I was like, where is everybody? Where's everybody hanging tonight? And everyone's like, oh, they're at Matthew's, he's playing bongos. And I was like, of course he's playing bongos.
I was doing that before and after I was arrested for the same thing.
That movie was so special, and it felt like it was in a good way, a bubble. Yeah. Like it was just a happy environment. Yeah. Everyone was good to each other. It was creative. Herbert Ross is that kind of director where you do things over and over. Yeah. You try things. He's theater oriented. So it wasn't your typical, let's rush through this.
And that was the first time I'd had a role like that. And then working with, Dazed Confused, I came on. It was only scripted 3 lines, so I worked 3 weeks. But this was I had a script, I had a character, I had different relationships, and with everybody in it. I was working with complete pros. That was my first sort of you've got a nice size role in a real movie.
And what you did with that character, also, same with Dazed and Confused. I'm surprised to hear you had so little dialogue because you were such a big part of that film. Right. And it's clear that filmmakers were watching you and going, we're going to maximize this with you. And to have that notice from directors is like a testament to who you were then, because they all saw it in you. People were really like, we know this person is going to be a big deal. And what you did, it's a testament also, because I think you also made such interesting choices. You know, you picked filmmakers that you liked. Yeah. I always grew up with the Sean Penn model of I want to see range. I don't know what I'm getting with him. Especially after Spicoli and Fast Times to Falcon and the Snowman. I was like, oh, this is what range looks like. And I never know if I'm getting a comedy from you or an Academy Award-winning performance or something, action-oriented. Was that a very conscious choice, or did you choose each individual time with your heart and gut?
Good question.
Because you made such good choices.
I did have, to how much I was deliberate about this or how much I was open about this, I did have, okay, I just zigged, so let's zag. Okay, I just feel comfortable, that feels good. Okay, let's go get uncomfortable over here. I did try to do that. And even with press tours, you do a film, we're out talking about it, everyone thinks you shot it yesterday, right?
Yeah.
And if it's, but to go do press, I would always go, if I'm a little rugged in the film, let's go be sharp on the press. If I got a beard in the film, let's go clean up. Let's even the presentation. At the same time, I always try to just mix it up a little bit, or go a little bit opposite of where it was. I talk about diversity and what's out there. Dallas Buyers Club, I win the Academy Award. You know what my best campaigner for that was?
What?
True Detective was on TV every Sunday night, right?
With Woody Harrelson.
So people were going, he's on campaign for this, but he's on TV for this. Two completely different characters. I think that was my best campaigner.
And again, that speaks to your range. There's really nothing that you can't do. And I would be like a fool to not talk about The Lost Bus right now. I just finished it.
Yeah. Penetrating, right?
I like couldn't talk to people for a little while afterwards. I was like, I need to sit with this. But what's incredible is, and I think it's a testament to you two and the filmmaker Paul Greengrass, who this is the most electric, entertaining, intense ride. It is the definition of gripping.
It's got a massive urgency to it that you do come out of it almost having broke a sweat yourself. And also, if you like just amusement rides, you can go find one in this film.
It is, and it's about lives at stake.
Yeah.
An entire bus full of children. And America Ferrera. Oh my God, I worship her. What? And I was so happy watching it that it was this enjoyable, and you invest. The buy-in is so deep in this film. And I was mad when I was like, I got to get back to this. I'm sorry. I want to focus. And it had me at word go. Awesome. It does open with Levi, your son.
Yeah. My son
God.
Levi plays my son in the film. And you know who that actress was who played my mother?
Was that your mother?
That was my mother.
I wondered, and I had a feeling if this might be a family affair.
It was. Paul Greengrass, go back to that director. So Levi, you go home, you pitch the story, what you're going to do to the family, right? And I get to the part about this character, Kevin, having a son. And my son Levi goes, well, how old's the son? I go, well, about your age. He says, is he cast yet? I said, no. He says, can I read for it? And I go, huh. Kind of walk off. I want to hear.
Leave him hanging a little.
Left him hanging.
Make him sweat.
Next day, hey, Popeye, can I read for that part? Huh. Anyway, I made him grovel. He came back 4 times. Finally, I went, okay, you want to do this? Have a seat. Let's talk about what this acting gig overall is about. All right, there ain't no attitude BS. This isn't modeling. This is like you got to go with soul and no in your bones.
That's right.
All right, so it's a rodeo.
Also, I think we're living now in a world where younger people also, because of the influencer genre that has come onto the scene, that maybe it's just about being yourself, and you have to keep a sense of self in there. If it's all fake, it's not authentic. But it's a very different discipline and craft, and it's intense.
And it's not about, oh, let's look my best self. Let's make sure it's like on Graham. Let's make sure the lighting's perfect and I can look my best. No, it's about the human condition, and that may be ugly. And in this film, in this relationship, that the son in the script and in real life and my character, Kevin, the relationship is not good.
No.
It's not good at all. So anyway, he reads for it. I'm on camera. Work out a scene. I'm like, okay.
You're doing it with him?
Shot the audition.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I shot it at the house. And I'm going, kid can hold a frame. He can behave honestly. He's comfortable with silences. Those are traits that are good to have instincts for when you first start acting, right? So he does the scene. I'm like, oh, that's pretty good. We did 2 takes. I said, it's good enough. I'll send it in. Francine Mazer, I sent it to her. I said, hey.
Oh, sure. A very famous casting director who does change lives.
Yes. And I say, hey, this is my son Levi reading for the part, I think this might be good enough for a callback. Let me know what you think. She writes back, I think it's good enough to send it to the director. I go, ooh, okay.
A woman who's seen it all.
And I go, hang on a second. If you do that, can you pull his last name, right? What if he gets it? Is he going to have a little inkling that, oh, my last name, help me get in there? Don't want that to happen. What if he doesn't get it? Does he have an inkling like, well, could I have got that on my own? Maybe did my last name keep me out of it? I don't know, but we pull his last name, send it to Paul. He looks at it, he goes, that's the kid. She goes, well, that's actually Matthew's son. He goes, even better.
I'm so excited! But, And I have to say that scene that you do in the beginning with him really guts me because as a parent, our children, Kerry Washington said something to me that I'll never forget. She said, your family knows where and how to press your buttons because they're the ones who installed them.
Yeah.
And to me, that scene is our kids know what our pain points are. They know it's a sore spot. They've got all the history to back it up. And they love to go in, and when that knife is in, they're like, by the way, I'm gonna turn it. And then I'm gonna just go a little more, and then I'm gonna take it out, put a little alcohol in it, and then just go back in a few times.
Anybody got some salt and a lemon?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I was like, that scene was as real to me as anything I've watched in the parenting dynamic, because no matter how good your relationship is, you have those moments.
Right. Yeah.
And I just thought it was so good. I was like, I feel so not alone right now.
Right on.
So thank you as a parent for that. And that's a
Cool,
testament
cool,
to
cool,
your and
cool, cool.
Levi's.
Yeah, thank you. Right on. Thank you.
You have 3 kids.
Yeah.
You guys, do you debate?
Yeah, we debate more than my parents let me and my 3 brothers debate, I'll tell you that.
Because I love debate.
We love debate. I was a good debater growing up, though. That's why I was going to go to law school, be the family lawyer, defense attorney. But I didn't do that. Thankfully, I can play one on screen.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
You can play the Lincoln lawyer.
We do. We do debate. So if something comes up, it's going to be a trip we're going to go on. We allow presentations, and everyone gets there 5-10 minutes to do theirs, hop up on the table and be a pushkin and be an orator and sell. And so we like salesmen and we like hustle, so we'll hustle for it. Who's got the best, and then we vote on who's best. And usually if someone wins and the other 2, everyone who loses goes, yeah, they were a little bit better than me.
I'm really getting something great in a parenting idea for this because I had read Trevor Noah's book, Born a Crime, which is one of the great reads of all times.
I hear it's outstanding. Yeah.
He and his mom, when they argue, his mom would say, go write me a letter and tell me what you want or what you're feeling or what the point is you're trying to make. And then she would respond back. And I was like, I want to do that so badly.
Yeah.
But I think this is going to give me a lot of ideas, if I may pull from your wisdom
Oh, pull
and
it.
try
Go
this.
with it. That's free if it works. You know, another one I got the other day, and this was so simple, but it you'll hear it and you'll be like, duh. But I tried it for the first time, and it worked the first time like magic.
Tell me everything.
Okay. I got teenagers.
I know, and I have a lot more to ask you about that. Go on.
Hey, Vita, my daughter. What's it like being a teenager these days? Instead of, Vita, how you doing? Which is a tough one to answer, right?
Too vast.
It's too, or it's personal. But what's it like being a teenager? Now they're talking in like the third person, but they're talking about themselves and their own experience. It was easy. The conversation went on for a long time because it was the general question. And we were at a friend's house the night before, and the friend that's the mother was like, yeah, try that. And I did the next day, and it worked. This is the coolest one I've heard lately, and I give a shout out to my friend Bart Nags of this all the time. He's got 3 daughters that he's healthily raised. And coming into the teenage years, which I will say are fun because you don't have to edit the good stories as mine.
We talk a lot more real as the years go by. I like it too.
Like, oh, I know. Yeah, you don't have to edit them. But the keeping access to the kids, and that's what we're trying to do, and it seems to be working so far. And I've had to be almost less of a dad in ways, be less judgmental when they're saying something that as it's coming out of their mouth, I'm already ready to go, you did what? Or you know better than that? To sit on that, listen. Then they keep sharing that stuff. And I'd rather know and not judge right now than not know and wonder what the hell I'm supposed to judge about on some things, you know what I mean? And I think what I'm finding now, I did not know that there was a bridge between being a parent, which I believe you need to be early, and then maybe if you're lucky, you're a friend later in life. I didn't know there was a bridge of being a big brother to them. And that's a little of that pat on the back, like, hey man, I know what you're talking about. let me tell you this story about what I did. And I fell on my face too, bro. That's more of a big brother thing almost than a father thing. So the big brother thing with teenagers, so far so good. And the not editing the stories is a fun part.
Well, watching your kids has been wonderful. Like, I feel like you know, and your beautiful wife have also showed and demonstrate that you scaffold things as parents. And for people who didn't grow up with like that kind of a model or are wondering when and where and how to do things with their kids, I love the wisdoms you share. And actually, I have a few people who have some questions for you. Do you mind if I kick it to them?
Please.
Okay, we're gonna play a game. It's called the Fast Five. Take it away.
It's Levi
Livingston
and Vita. And now we have some questions for you.
No.
Bro.
Okay, I have one. When you were our age, what's something that you did that got you in like, a lot of trouble?
Wait, when you're our age, what's one thing that got what?
What's one thing?
That got me in a lot of trouble?
Yeah.
Oh, when I was your
When you were their
age. Okay. Different things got, when I was 17 like you, Levi, different things got me in trouble than when I was 12 like you, Livingston. I was really good at being on time no matter what. I made curfew. And my older brothers get on me about this, like, oh, you never got in trouble because you're the golden boy, man, mama's boy. And I was like, no, I got to watch you two, and I learned how to get away with things better.
Yes. There's some advice in that. Okay, next question.
What's one thing that if you said it, get like 100%, like we would roll our eyes?
There's a bunch. Look, there's a bunch. How many times do I say something, and then we get on, you know, I get on my preacher's pulpit, I'm gonna teach.
Yeah, your little soapbox.
And then here comes the video, oh, God, another TED Talk. And they roll their eyes, oh, God, do we have to have another TED Talk? I'm like, dang it, you got me.
So when you launch in and you're like, I have something that's going to be really helpful for you, or
Well,
I've been through this, so I
I'll
want
have to go into general mode sometimes, especially if it gets anywhere close to them disrespecting their mother. And I'll have to, you know, I've had that talk. But if I did not, and if I don't let this bother me, especially to my boys, if I don't let this bother me that you're being disrespectful to your mother, what am I teaching you about being a husband? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? There's some things that, you know, I do have to go in general mode sometimes. And they hear it in my voice, and I call it, and I go, we're talking nouns and verbs, and I'm not whispering anymore because this is the third time I'm saying it, and that's already too many. And you didn't hear from me, here we go. Repeat after me. Bam, 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 bam. You write the note, you tape it to the fridge so you don't forget it in 10 minutes. You know what I mean? And we have to get into that sometimes.
And every mother out there just said thank you. Next question.
What's something that you do that annoys Mama the most?
Mama the most. She's like, we'll be eating next to each other. She's like, you trying to kill that lettuce?
Chewing
Fork?
too loud.
No, the fork. Evidently my fork stabs into food, especially lettuce and salads, evidently, Camilla. You trying to kill that lettuce? Ding. That really bothers you, doesn't it, sweetie?
It also sounds like healthy marriage stuff. Like people do get annoyed with the way each other eat, but like if those are the baselines, I think that's great.
So far, yeah, I'll take that. If that's the debit section. Right now, we're good, and you're probably right. I'm trying to kill that lettuce sometimes.
Okay, and also like, yeah, we're living next to each other.
Yeah.
How are we not gonna just get under each other's skin sometimes?
Yes.
Okay, next question.
Is there a family vacation that we went on that you regret going on or taking us on?
Is there a family vacation I regret going on and taking them on? Did they come up with these questions?
I think so.
So there must be one. It's a loaded question. And I'm not sure, it's not coming to my mind what it is. Is there one that I regret? I don't think I regret it. And we've taken some good ones. And Livingston, who asked that, he and I just took a 4-day father-son trip hiking through Norway.
That is
cool.
so McConaughey. I love it.
It was cool. I don't think so. Y'all tell me when I get home, because there must be one I regret.
All right, next question. Think it's the last one.
Yeah.
Which one of us is your favorite child?
Do you see the look on the boy's face?
I love Livingston
you
was
see
like
Livingston?
me.
That's right.
Like,
So then I just hop on here now, since Levi and Livingston seem to be gloating over there, and you must know it's your sister Vita.
oh, that's kind of what boys need to hear anyway. You really do hold women. Your mom is in the movie, the way you speak about, you know, Camilla, the way that you just lifted up Vita in that moment. You are a good man who knows how to lift up women. And
Oh, thank you.
that's why we all love you.
Okay.
Like, you are a 4-quadrant, I'm gonna go with like a 10-quadrant person. You know, when we do movies, they talk about like the tent poles, like females this age and that age, and men this age and that age. And then there's families, and like, we do live in a world where everyone has an opinion, but you are really beloved. You have extraordinary longevity. You're loved amongst younger, older men and women. You're a family man. You're cool. You're adventurous. Like, and you write poetry.
Thank you for that lineup, everything you just said about me. Thank
Well,
you.
I've been reading your book. I'm reading the poems, and so I picked one in particular to talk about. I was drawn to the fact that you even had a chapter about time because this was one of my last tattoos.
There she is.
I now understand humbly that it was something I did not understand, and I think I definitely took for granted. Like, it might be
What's the shift?
turning 50.
Okay.
With a decade of very hard, some of the hardest work I've ever done. From 10 to 20 was the hardest decade of my life. I made a lot of mistakes. I had to pick myself back up. It was messy as can be. It's my favorite decade. And 40 to 50 was also when I didn't think it could get any harder than that. I was like, oh, there is room under bottom, a whole bunch of it. And I just found it. And so I did the same thing. I put in a decade of self-improvement, self-awareness, and radical changes. Because if you don't like a behavior about yourself, there is only one way out.
Right.
And it's fixing it
Right.
and changing it.
Hey.
So all this work led up to, oh my God, time is our most precious
Yeah.
commodity.
Yay.
How I want to spend
Yeah.
my time.
Yeah.
I realize the relationships are the most important in my life. I don't think I needed to know that, but in we all having to prioritize and make it all work because there's not enough time and so much to get done.
Yeah.
It's the loves. It's my kids, it's my friends who are my original family.
Yeah.
It's the work family you create, and if you keep finding yourself saying, I wish I could do that, but I gotta do something else.
Yeah.
I needed to change that. I wanted to be like, I can totally be there because I've made the room for it.
Right on. Yeah. Making the room for it because, like, I don't know about you, I'm still looking for more than 24 hours in a day.
Where is it?
They ain't giving it. I hadn't found it anywhere. Have you?
No. But
No. That's the number, and I keep looking, and they're not giving it. But to your point, you know, I can look up, and all of a sudden, see, I've over-leveraged the crap out of myself. I'm spent, and everything. Where I wanted to spend the time with the family at the end of the day at 6 turns out to be 9:30 again, and you're like, damn it, I'm just tucking them in bed, or I'm missing out things. So you got to get sometimes rid of some of the campfires in front of you, so you can have fewer fires, but maybe you got some bonfires, right?
Yes.
You can keep putting more wood on those and make sure they're never going out instead of all the little new campfires sometimes.
And every mother feels this way. Some
Yeah.
moments are better. Like, I made it to that school event. I saw Olive play volleyball. I got to my other daughter. I checked every box. I'm feeling good about myself. Cut to the next day, and I'm like, oh no, I failed 3 things, and
Right.
I don't have the confidence I had yesterday because I'm not nailing it today.
Right.
What do you do in that situation?
Oh, I either go, come on, McConaughey, let's get it together, or I go, I'm human, man. The kids got to see. I'm not making A+ all the time, you know. Or, as you know, hey kiddos, not right now. None of your business. Me and your mom are hanging out. Get out of here. You know?
Again, every woman just said thank you. Can I
Time.
ask you a question when it comes to time? What makes a rich life? And as I said to everyone, I'm not talking about money.
Yeah.
The good life, the marrow,
Yeah.
the truth. Can I ask what that definition is to you?
You know, this is not my line. I did hear it the other day, and I remember it because it stuck with me, and forget where it came from. But the answer to that was to love and be loved. If you can pull that off. And I sat there and I heard that. It was only like a week ago I heard it. And I've thought about it a lot since I heard it, and I have not been able to punch a hole in it. I'm like, yeah, that kind of, I can't see one that tops that. To live a life in a way that when you are about to move out of this life, that you can look back with a smile and maybe some grace and go, you know, to if there is God we meet when we leave here, you know, maybe he doesn't say thank you, maybe he says you're welcome, you know?
This is why I ask you these things. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, and you're welcome. And I must say, the lost bus is something I talk about with Barry a lot. Like, we do have a beginning and an end. Every single human being on this planet, no one escapes it.
Mm-hmm.
So, grappling with death, being comfortable with it, we don't know when it's happening.
Right.
And I thought this film dealt with every aspect of the human experience as beautifully as I've seen demonstrated in a true story of a film in a long time.
Well,
and I thank you for making it
well,
and putting this out into the world.
Yeah, thank you. That's great.
I love you so much, and I'm so happy to see you.
Yes, man.
We're doing okay.
Yeah,
Miracle.
Yeah.
Thank you, and you're welcome.
Come on.
Okay, everybody, the Poems and Prayers is out now. It's such a beautiful book, and you can really take your time with it. Keep it on the bedside table, pick it up, put it down, and The Lost Bus on Apple TV+. Here's a clip on the way out. Thank you, Matthew.
Thank you, Drew.
I have 22 kids on that bus. I gotta get them to their parents, okay? Can you hold traffic here so we can come through? I gotta clear this traffic to let the fire truck through. Get on the radio, call backup. Our calls are down. They've been down for about 40 minutes or so. Get back in your car. We'll get you through when we can.